Okay. Good afternoon once again. So you're welcome back to today's class. During the last week, we broke down the company into two companies. We have the retail business, and we also have the product. We have the retail business, and we have a service business. So we talk about service business as a business that has a kind of a structure that grew from quotation to invoice to receipt and the rest. While in the case of the retail business, the flow is not the same. We have the flow starting from, I think, receipt. We have from the receipt, yeah, we have because once they buy, in most cases, the receipt serve as invoice in retail businesses. So like it's like you went into let's say Just Right or ShopRite or whatever, and you want to buy something. So in some cases, although for loyalty purpose, sometimes they take your phone number so that the more you buy, the more you can have access to loyalty points. But in most cases, they don't actually need your name or your number or anything. Just come in, buy, and go. And the people can buy as less as can just go inside the supermarket and buy a bottle of Coca-Cola and get out with 200 naira. You can go inside and come out. So the receipt and invoice almost have the same purpose in that case. Then the next thing we have there is they update their inventory. That's inventory adjustment, and they take in new inventory. So those are the things that they actually do in that case. So, but for the purpose of the service companies and those companies that actually issue little invoices, we are introduced what we call Zoho invoice. Zoho invoice. Actually, there are some other invoice template too. I think there is one from a Nigerian guy called Skipper. Skipper, if I still remember the spelling very well. Skipper. Skipper, I think so. Skipper invoice. Let me see. Invoice. I have seen it. Okay, Keeper. Yeah, it's Keeper invoice. So free invoice generator software in Era for SMEs. Actually, I've known this for some time, but I've not used it. I just saw the mail. I saw their mail recently, and I opened it. I could see that it's a very good software too. So it's very good software, which one can also take the opportunity of. That is a Keeper invoice. But I think the software also support. I think it's majorly mobile app, but you can also use it online too. I think to use online, you just need to get started here. You enter your business name, get started. You input, you put your numbers and other things, and you start running it. So that is a generate free and customizable invoice with our invoice generator. So it's very nice invoice tools too. And I think it also has some other bookkeeping aspect of it and payments, which we are going to look at today. We are not looking at it through using the Keeper. Actually, we are not looking at it from the Keeper perspective, but we are going to learn some things about payment aspect of bookkeeping. So let's go back to our Zoho invoice. So last week we talked about after introduction to Zoho invoice, talk about creating companies in Zoho invoice, creating making some settings. We create a customer, we create items that we want to sell, and we talk about quote, invoice, receipt. And you remember last week we paid we received 100,000 at 150. As of today, you can see that we have our status, our invoice in number of days, which means that this is how Zoho invoice can help us to track all our invoices. So if you invoice 10 invoices in a week or 5 in a week, and you've received payment in respect of some, whichever has not paid, you always see your balance here. And even when you check your report, you see the history of all the customers. From the report, you can see the sales by customer, sales by item, customer balances, aging summary, the aging details, the invoice details. So these are the things you can actually see that can help you to track your invoices. So, and today Today's class is about, let me reshare. Today's class, we want to talk about where is it? Okay. I want to talk about tracking business expenses and handling of data entry projects. So, however, while concluding with this, we are going to enter into expenses straight away from this invoice. So let's get back to our software. So I'll explain on that day that even there is another benefit of using these Soho books, which is payment aspect of it. This payment, sorry, where is it? Payment, yeah. We have the payment aspect. This is receipt. It support expenses, rather, sorry. It support expenses. So with these expenses, we can also keep some of our expenses. As we are incurring some expenses as a company, we can also keep the expenses here. So let's see how we record expenses in Zoho invoice. Before we do that, let's conclude the invoicing aspect of our business before we come back to payment. Now, so during the last class, I said the other aspect of the invoice has to do with retail businesses. That do with retail businesses. So in that regard, when we talk about retail businesses, they are business that are that have so many inventory. In most cases, they have so many inventories, or they have frequent buyers. They have some frequent buyers. The example we have like supermarket, those who sell maybe joints, beer parlors, those are the people that they sell often and frequently, and some other things like that. So in that case, there are so many software actually that are also that can be used for that. But for the purpose of some of us want to learn, and some of the customers want to introduce them to, I will just introduce like 2 or 3. But we're going to go deeper in maybe 1 or 2 of them. The number 1 I want to introduce is called Loyverse. Loyverse, called Loyverse Investment Management, Loyverse POS, Loyverse whatsoever. It's called Loyverse. So let's see what Loyverse has to offer us. Before we go to login, let's first see the Loyverse homepage itself. Let's see this Loyverse homepage. So this is the first one we have. We have the Loyverse. This Loyverse is a very popular software. This particular software is a popular software, which is a free POS for inventory management software. So, which means that this one with this is a turn your smartphone or tablet into powerful POS. For Loyverse, you use mobile phone to sell. However, it has its own. They have Loyverse handheld that is just like normal POS that we have. Just like that our normal POS, they have the hardware that you can actually buy and use even when there's no light to start work, because it's just like is a handheld just like the normal POS, which it already has an inbuilt code reader, so you don't need to buy external barcode scanner to use the device. So we have Loyverse as the first one. So let's see what that thing we have there. It said okay, these are to help business to help your businesses. We have point of sales, payment, inventory management, sales analytics, employee management, CRM, and customer loyalty, multi-store, and integration. So we have this, and so these are the things we can do with Loyverse. That I think you can do with Loyverse. And the second one we're going to look at is is very close to Loyverse. Is Loystar. Loystar. Loystar also is a very good software. Very good software. But I think Loystar is more or less like Nigerian software. Yeah, it's Nigerian. This one is built by Nigerian and it's very cool software. Very cool software. Very good and cool. Very easy to use with very good interface too. So, if you look at the pricing for each of them, let's look at the pricing here. Look at the pricing here. Loyverse POS is free. This software, this interface here, to log in here is free. So we have Loyverse POS for free, dashboard for free, KDS for free, customer display free. All this one is free. But you know, for a company that has a few inventory, maybe like 10 or 15 or whatever, if it's a company that if it is a very small company, you can use this free software, but you will have to track your inventory by yourself using Excel or using Google Sheet to track your inventory. But if it's a company that is a bit advanced, so you will need to buy these add-ons because this is the add-on that will actually help your business to run. Number one, if any company that want to add as the owner of the company, after you register with Loyverse, let's say you want to add an employee, 1 or 2 employee, you have $5 per employee per month. So that is like how much? $5, 5 times 700, about 3,500 per employee per month. And if you want to track your inventory, the advanced inventory, this one also will give you if you buy per annum, annually you have 2 months extra. Like this, you want 2 months free, which means that you have it you are going to pay for 12 months and use for 14 months. So if you are using monthly, which is not that very good buy when it comes to efficiency, but to try or to check to use the software once, you can use a month, but subsequently I think payment for annual one is better. You can see you have $25. 10 months will be like 250, and you're going to pay 250 for the whole year. So the third option here, this is for somebody if you want to integrate this one into other software, so you pay this one per annum. But I think the most important area of aspect of it is the first one and the second one. So, and it now depends on the kind of customer you have that will determine which one you go for. If it is 1 staff or 2 staff or whatever. In the case of Loystar, which is more of Nigerian this thing, let's check their own pricing too. Let's check the pricing of Loystar. Okay, so we also have free plan. Let me put in Naira. Okay, so we have the free version here, which is single user account, which means that you cannot add an employee to this. It's only you. Once you register, it's only you. And you have 10 items, maximum of 10 items. And we have 1 loyalty reward program. That is, you can create a loyalty point, but just 1 loyalty reward program. And invoice and receipt, then the monthly report, and 15 free SMS. So for the other one, for the basic, so the basic will give you, the basic cost 6,000 Naira. We have multi-user account, 100 items, inventory tracking, and all this one. So this is per month. Then we have the basic plus, and so these are the things they can actually offer. For a small business, who is maybe one-man business just running or whatever, a small whatever, one can try out and use the single account for Loystar. So the third one on these ones we have, there are so many software. The third one is near arms. Near arms. This is also from Nigerian people. It's also from Nigerian and the very good software too. Although one thing about NIOMS is that you actually be working hand in hand with the suppliers on most cases. Unlike in case of a Loyster and Loyverse, you can quickly upload bulk inventory. But in case of NIOMS, it is controlled in such a way that if you want to upload something that is bulk, you have to send to the manufacturer, the owner of the whatsoever, the seller, so they will upload for you. They will upload for you. That is the case of homes. But in the case of Loyverse or Loyster, you have the facility to quickly upload yourself. So let's log in into one of these and see what we can get from there. So get started with Loyverse. Let's sign up with Loyverse. So Loyverse is free. It's free, except that it has the free has a very limited capacity. But for somebody who want to who's just starting, yeah, good. You can try it out. Sorry. Nurture to Excel at gmail.com. So we have use strong password. Excel. I agree to this. Sign up. So let's see what we have with Loyverse. And while that is loading, let's try and sign up for Loyster too. Okay, this is the interface. This one we are looking at, this is the backspace. This is the back door. Actually, this is the back door. I mean, what do you call it? Yeah, we call back door, where you do all the settings. So starting from the first one we have here, this is yourself. Here you can customize your account. Here we have the reports. These are the kind of reports you can generate from Loyverse. Sales summary, sales from item, sales by category, sales by employee, sales by payment type, that is POS, cash payment, all those payments, receipt, sales by modifier, and discount or taxes. We have the stock itself. We have the item list, category, modifier, this and that. We have employee. Here you can add employee or remove employee and give them rights, what each of them can do. And we have customers. Here you can create customers too. So, but let's quickly see some of the settings that we can do in this. So for the purpose of item, let's start from item. Let's click on item list now. Now, like I said, in the case of norms, you cannot do this. You cannot import list. The right is not there. But in the case of the Loyverse here, you can if you have a list somewhere, you can import list. Just click on import list. Then you have the template here. Download the template, you will see the columns. How they want you to arrange your stuff and upload to the system. So you can do that. But let's quickly do one or two here. Let's create an item here. We have name. Which product are we selling? in this company, ensure to Excel. Let's say we are selling, let's say the first product we want to sell here, let's say Nestle Milo. Nestle Milo. So the category, no category yet. Okay. So if you want to create category too, you can create category from here. Here. So let's discard this and create category first. Discard, add category. So the category name, let's call this beverage. Beverage and save. Beverage. And the other one, let's add another category. Drinks. Let's say wine and drinks. Drinks. Save. And cosmetics or personal let's say cosmetics, and so let's stop there. So am I correct with my cosmetics? Is it CU or CO?
CO.
CO. Okay, good. Okay, I think the CO. I'm looking at it, that the thing is not looking like original cosmetics. Okay, good. It's looking normal now. So let's go back to the item list. You want to add an item now. Let's add Milo, category, beverage. Then you can call it any description you want to give it. This is Nestle Milo. The item is available for sale. Yes. Is it sold by each or by weight? So the price is let's say, okay, here we can have this one, like maybe like 500 grams. So the price for this one, let's call it 750, and the cost price, let's call it like 680. SKU, the SKU, yeah. So yeah, like this is talking about the stock number. Is like a number, the number you are generating within your company for all your stock. So in this case, let's leave this one as 10000. Next one will be 10001, and the rest. The barcode, this one is UPC. Here you had the barcode. If you have a barcode scanner plugged to your system, you have a barcode scanner plugged to your system, you can use it to generate the UPC on this particular product, so that each time the moment you put your scanner and scan the product barcode is going to bring out the product for you automatically, just like the one that is being used in the supermarkets. So so you use barcode, you put the code number here, this is one, this or this, something like this. Number will be there on the code, there is a code on each of the product. So you want to track the stock, you put on stock. So in stock, how many stock do you have currently now? Let's say we have like 10 in store, and they want it to alert us at when it remains 5. So I think that's all. If you want to upload the image, you can upload the image of the product. You want to upload the image of the product, you can upload the image either from the internet or from your phone. So, and we save this. So we have created our first product. So let's create 2 more products. Let's create Coke 35 cl. Category this time around is going to be drinks. So description, you have a description you want to give it, you give it. You don't have a description, you leave it. You are selling by each, and the price of Coke is like 200. The cost price is 185, and the SKU is this. The barcode scanner, the barcode too, that is the UPC, is there too. So you put the number there, and the composite item. No, the composite item is about those items that you are using to produce together. Maybe it form part of other product, but For retail business, you are going to select track stock. So for this one, let's say we have like 140 in store, 140 units. I'll go, and the low stock, by the time it remains 24, I think that's one crate. So it should alert us once it remains one this thing. So you want to add any variant or whatever, safe. So we created another product. So if you want to import more product, you can import all the product once and for all, like I said earlier from here. Add item again. Let's add what are we adding now? Locks. Is locks the cosmetics? Yeah, let's just pick it like that. So we sell it at how much are you selling locks now? Let's say 150. So we buy at 125. 125, and we have the SKU, this and that. We track this inventory, and currently in stock we have like 32 stock. When it remains 7, that's low stock. We want it to remind us once it remains like that, safe. Okay, now so we can see the list of the items we have here. But one thing about Loyverse is that Loyverse does not support selling directly from the system. So you have to use your mobile to sell. And the moment you sell anything from your mobile, it automatically, since is in the cloud. And mind you, you know that since you are creating the employee and you are giving them right, so the owner, the administrator, the manager, so the right you give to them, your hard role, whatever you give to them, will not okay, let's look at the right. Okay, accept payment, apply discount. Not everybody can apply discount. You can remove discount for somebody, change tax in sales. If you can give some people some right over some people. So you give them some rights so that when they are selling, there's limit to how they can manipulate whatever you have in the stock. So as you are selling, you'll be seeing what is happening in your stock. So that is how to create inventory. Also, we have discard changes. We have inventory management too. Here, this is where, if you want to, for example, now for the purpose of the class, if you subscribe for this free trial, you're going to input your card and this and that, and so many things. The things you cannot do while on free mode, you can actually do them here, like purchase order, stock adjustment. For example, there are times when some stock, maybe some product expired, maybe rat has caught some of the Milo, or some Coke pet bottle, or some Coke bottle broke, something like that. So you have opportunity to do stock adjustment here, and we have inventory count. So at the end of the month, or maybe every 2 weeks, you have the inventory count, which you are going to check against the physical balance that you have in Loyverse here. So I will not sign in into this for now, but let's see what we are doing here, what we want to do here. Let's see it in Loyster. So let me